Well, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to a new season, we have a new arena, a new state, a whole new ring. We have all kinds of things that are new. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Season 2 of Apex Wrestling, the first episode of Warzone in Season 2. I am your commentator, Forrest Walpole of Apex Wrestling, and alongside me is Tony Sparacio.
Yes, with a new season comes new commentators. Hello there, I am Tony Sparacio, filling in for Riley Wolf, who is taking this general manager duty more seriously than ever before, making sure that Warzone's the best product we can get. But we're not on Warzone tonight, we are on JW Cashman's Warzone. I said Warzone all the time, didn't I? Ground Zero is what Riley Wolf manages. This is Cashman's show.
Yes, indeed. And I almost forgot to mention this, but we are live in the Taze Center in Alamogordo, New Mexico. And what a way to get things started. That with Drunkard Jimmy issuing an open challenge and Adam Rhodes making his return to Apex Wrestling by way of accepting this open challenge. This is going to be an interesting thing because while Adam Rhodes is very well known in the community, Drunkard Jimmy, not so much.
I mean, from what I know, he is just some random drunk that Cashman did find off the street and said, just go in that ring and challenge anybody that comes in front of you.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it, but but in any case, I'm ready. I'm pretty sure you're ready. The crowd's ready. Let's get this shit going with the very first match of Cashman's Warzone and see how his whole show will go on in the end. Let's get started. Oh, they're both actually in the ring now. So, actually, they just decided, fuck it, let's come on down here. Fuck it. They're 10-2 on. Let's just get on down here. But Adam Rhodes making his return to Apex Wrestling after God knows how long. Let's see how much this man has improved since his last appearance in Apex Wrestling.
If you notice, both men are not wearing shoes. I guarantee that's for completely different reasons, though.
That may be true. Cashman, not Cashman. Rhodes actually measuring Drunkard Jimmy and already going for a crossface. And Jimmy already tapping out. God damn, he must be so drunk off his ass tonight. It's not even funny. He even tapped out immediately.
And that's what happens. I wonder what his drink of choice is. To me, he looks like a bourbon guy.
And already Drunkard Jimmy actually going backstage after this loss, and it's like, well, geez, you lost in less than 15, 20 seconds. When you're drunk off your ass, what do you expect to happen?
What a way to start off Warzone.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, very... I almost want to say that word, but I know Riley is backstage watching this crap, gonna interest encounter me every fucking time I say that shit.
You know Riley is very anal about certain things.
Oh yes, he
but
fucking is.
Riley's not in this match. Riley's former cohorts in Kaiju, former Blackwire, are in this match. The current Apex Tag Team Champions.
Yes, indeed, they're taking on the family. Tucker and... not Tucker. Fucking I can't get names right tonight. I'm already drunk on my ass, apparently. You've
been hanging out with Jimmy Jimmer.
I need to stop with that crap, man, for real. We got Hunter and Trevor, respectively, on representing the family. Rowan Brown will not be accompanying them to ringside. This has been a rule made by. This was a rule. This was a rule set in place by Lee Anderson long before the general manager system got off the ground. This has been a rule ever since then, and now tonight it's going to be the family versus Kaiju. I'm going to see what happens when these two big mammoth tag teams go one-on-one against each other.
Gonna be a hoss fight, and it's coming up right now.
You know what? I don't even care.
Okay.
Why did they do that?
Check it before the stream.
I know I should have. I thought it was set to on by default. Fuck. We're experiencing some technical difficulties.
Only the best quality streams here.
All the time. Now we can get back into it. God damn it. The first match was the only match that would actually be suitable for no entrances because goddamn Drunkard Jimmy probably would take forever getting down to the ring anyway.
I've seen him stumble around. He is not a fast man. So another fun fact about the family, actually, is that they're identical triplets. Yeah, all of different varying sizes, but they all came out at once, and that's why they all look the same.
Well, we experienced some technical difficulties there. We are now back. Ready for this. What a way to get things started. Not only did we have a 20-second fucking match to start things off, but a little bit of technical difficulties. What the fuck?
Only the best
Only,
here.
hey, it's always gonna be like that though. Every first show is gonna have at least some form of bullshit when it's your first show after God knows how long back. Although technically speaking, it has been about a month since, at most a month since Chase for the Gold happened. So, hey, whatever.
Yep, only the best quality here.
Yep, pretty much. But now, let's get started. The family versus the group, formerly known as Blackwire, now known as Kaiju, tag team match. Big man versus big man. Let's see what happens.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from out of this world, weighing in at 320 pounds, Hunter Brown.
Don't know where Forrest went, but here is Hunter.
Yeah, I had a call from my dad real quick. He just asked for one fucking thing. And that was it. Literally a 1-second phone conversation. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, so Hunter and Trevor. What an so this is going to be fun. The fact that our first tag team match of season 2, as far as Warzone goes, So as I was saying, because I did not want to interrupt JoJo up there and on the ring announcer, as the ring announcer, I was going to say the fact that we're seeing a big man tag team versus another big man tag team. I think this is going to be this is the first time we've seen that as far as season 2 goes, and that does include Chase for the Gold, because that was in exactly the season starter.
Yep, but this is going to be the first proper tag team match that we have seen in Apex, and what a way to have it with just the biggest hosses possible. One thing I love in pro wrestling, it's big men.
Dude, who doesn't like the big man wrestlers? Let's be real here. Even I, as a young man myself, 10 years, like literally as of 13 years ago, I would get way into the big man wrestlers to the point where whenever I play WWE games, they would be the only characters I play as, and I keep getting all these dirty looks from my friends like, why do you gotta keep picking the big dudes?
Well, if you like big dudes, you're gonna love these boys. Literally named after giant Japanese monsters, here is Kaiju!
Oh yes indeed, and that Chase for the Gold, they walked out the new Apex Tag Team Champions.
Weight of 660 pounds, the champions, Dean, Henry, John, and the Beast, Henry Jenkins. Chaos.
Oh, as you can see, you got DHJ on the left, Henry Jenkins on the right, and my God, this is gonna be a big man slobber knocker. This one.
There's quite a lot of beef that's about to enter this ring. The belts look absolutely puny on them.
Well, if you heard the ring announcer, we have the family who have a combined weight of 720, about like 700 plus pounds, and as she just said here, we have a tag team that is 600 plus pounds combined weight. So in essence, we have 1,200, 1,300 pounds both in that ring, with half in the ring and half on the apron.
In and around the ring.
Exactly. So God knows how the hell that ring is holding up that many, a little over half a ton of weight in that ring. How that ring ain't broken because of that.
It's all reinforced, you know? As
Yeah.
DHJ is keeping up with that slaughter.
Yes, indeed. You gotta keep it up. You gotta keep the family at bay. At the same time, the family has to keep Kaiju at bay, and if they beat Kaiju, this might potentially put them one step closer to going for the Apex Tag Team titles.
Yep, there really isn't anybody in line for them yet. So it's all about just making that impact tonight and come Ground Zero whenever that's.
Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly. In the meantime, DHJ taking it to Hunter in the ring right now. So let's see how it is. I mean, look at it. Look at it. This is actually a very interesting thing. If you actually look, you got the two smaller big men in the ring and then two bigger big men outside of the ring. And as I say that, Trevor gets tagged in, and DHJ showing his strength by lifting that big motherfucker up.
DHJ is quite the big dude, but he looks puny in front of Trevor, I believe that one is, right?
Yeah, that is Trevor. And speaking of bigger big dudes, here comes Henry Jenkins.
Oh, that's all the beef.
Oh hell yeah! He's the shorter beef, and Trevor is, oh my goodness! Oh, the power of Henry Jenkins! The power of this motherfucker! Oh my God! That is
power that you need to pick up a 400+ pound man like Hunter.
Oh,
it's insanity.
that's Trevor!
Oops.
Let me put it to you this way. Hunter is the guy that looks like he is Luke Harper's long-lost brother. Trevor is the guy who looks like Sergeant Slaughter on steroids.
Well, either way, they're both very big lads that can eat Kyle Pierce for breakfast, probably.
Oh, yeah, hell, they could probably eat all the cruiserweights for breakfast. Like literally put all the cruiserweight against them in a, whoa, what the fuck? DHJ just did an inverted suplex on Trevor.
That looked more like a cutter. Grabbed him by the neck and right on the mat.
Oh man. Either way, that's a big hit. And Trevor now looking to get back into things here. Henry Jenkins, the more muscular out of the two men of Kaiju. But at the same time, the family are probably the biggest tag team we have ever seen in Apex Wrestling, period. Because I honestly don't know if there's ever been a tag team that has had a big combined weight as the family. And look at this. Henry, I gotta quit getting those two mixed up like you did with Hunter and Trevor. Henry Jenkins just no-selling those clotheslines by Hunter. Uh-oh. Mr. Pierce. It is not Riley Wolf commentating these matches. If I need to, we will let him say his name again just for you.
Because you can't pronounce it right.
Tony Sparacio.
Wrong.
Whatever! I came closer compared to the last time I fucked it up.
Only the best quality. Only the best quality here in Apex.
Hey, well, what our commentary sucks at, our matches make up for it. Let's be real here. Uh-oh. Oh, and DHJ actually smack talking Hunter right there just now.
What he does best, I think.
Yeah, that's true, but right now... Oh, again! Hunter going for these clotheslines, but just like Henry Jenkins before him, DHJ no-selling him like a man on... Okay. Oh, fucking... Oh my god, Kyle.
Let's just call the match. Just call the match.
Up. We're not going to correct names anymore. Fuck you, Kyle. We're not correcting names anymore. We said who we were at the beginning of the show. Go back to it. Either that or just stop naming us.
Back and forth these teams are going.
Yes, indeed they are. DHJ showing its strength. Going for the cover now. Kick out at 2 by Trevor.
Okay.
And now Trevor going for a nice suplex on DHJ. And Henry Jenkins wants a tag, but Trevor is not going to let him do it. And DHJ now going for a triangle chokehold.
Oh.
And Trevor's in a bit of trouble. But look at him, he's not quite. He caught him with a couple of shots to the face. And now going back and forth yet again, a boot right to the face of DHJ by Trevor.
You got to think that his arm must be killing him though after that triangle choke.
Oh yeah, indeed. But look at this clothesline, back body drop. What's the third move he's gonna do? Spine buster. 400-pound man doing all that to you. That's gotta take the wind out of you. Uh-oh.
How big you are.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. 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 Oh, a delayed move right there, looking to try to get the brain out of it. Now look at him. Oh, he's got him. Choke slam. Trevor Brown with a choke slam cover, but Jenkins saving the matchup, and Jenkins showing his strength. But now Hunter giving Henry Jenkins a power bomb, and Trevor just banged his head on the top turnbuckle, and now Trevor focusing his attention on Henry Jenkins going after his knee.
This family is absolutely sadistic.
Oh yes, indeed. Yes, they are. They are very well sadistic. You don't want to mess with them too badly, otherwise you're just cruising for a bruising. Oh, and Henry Jenkins, just before he was going out of the ring, just gave Trevor a clothesline just because
Both men
why
are
not?
down.
Yes, they are. Tag made to Henry Jenkins. And he went for a headbutt, but Trevor caught him. And now Trevor kicks him right in the back.
If I were Trevor right now, I would tag in Hunter. He has been in for way too long.
Oh, and he probably heard you, because that's exactly what he did.
I'm a very loud individual. I'm Italian. Can you tell by the name that you can't pronounce? But back to the match.
Yeah. Apparently, I can't do Italian names that well. Anyway, cover, kick out of two by Jenkins, and now Hunter Brown in control right here. Why would I say that? I don't even know why, just to boost Riley's ego? Oh, cover, kick out of two. Oh, wait, no. DHJ broke up that pin attempt.
And knocked down Trevor while he was at it.
Yeah, he did. In the meantime, though.
Trevor
Jenkins! Oh! Jenkins just clotheslined Hunter over the top rope, and he said, "Now that's what I do. Get some." You want me to say it? So I don't even care anymore. Anyway, coming close to the back of Hunter by Jenkins.
These
I
two
wonder.
need to get back in the ring, though.
Yeah, they do. Oh, wait a minute. DDT! Hunter with a DDT on Jenkins.
Quick and effective.
Yes, indeed it is. And now Jenkins, Irish whip into the corner. Hunter now. What's he going for here? Oh, a big body splash. And, oh, snake eyes on the top turnbuckle. And a boot right in the face. And a leg drop right on the throat, if not the mouth.
Second wind's getting to him. He's got to capitalize on it.
Yeah, he does. But Jenkins countered Hunter, looking to try to get things back in there, and there's a spear by Jenkins, cover. And Trevor saving the matchup.
Probably the best spear we're going to see tonight.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Jenkins, though, measuring Hunter, and there's the world's strongest slam cover. Oh, kick out of two. And 7/8. Or as one thing.
2.9.
Yeah, 2.9. 2.9. Kick out by Hunter, and Jenkins now has to wonder what he's going to do. Hunter now countered Jenkins. Irish whipping him into the corner. Corner clothesline.
It's all about that double team offense. They need to capitalize.
Oh, yes, they do. And Jenkins with his strength throws Hunter into a throwing body slam. And now Jenkins going for it again. Did not go for the cover because he knew he was right near the ropes. Goes for it in the middle of the ring. And again, Trevor saves the matchup for his partner. And Trevor trying to go after both men. And look at that! Took out DHJ. Jenkins trying to distract him and try to get a 2-on-1 advantage.
Both men are down.
Oh, Trevor almost got his team disqualified because the rope physics does not want to work with him. Oh, that's a nice belly to belly by Jenkins. In any case, as I was trying to say, Trevor was looking to be in a 2-on-1 situation. He took down DHJ for a little bit, and he just gave a big boot to Jenkins. And now Jenkins, as I was saying that, counters. He ducks underneath Hunter's move and gives him a clothesline. Hunter giving him the same treatment. And now it's Counter Mania running wild right here, right now.
Trying to jock for position. I think the next person to get their big move off is going to win.
Well, in the meantime, Hunter needs to get Jenkins away from that corner to where he can tag in his partner. And then comes Trevor.
The big man is in.
Oh, yes, indeed. Back body drop to Jenkins. Went for a kick. Jenkins moved out of the way. Jenkins got countered.
Trying to jock for position. Like I said, next big move is going to end it.
Oh, yeah, well, and there's a hot tag to DHJ as Trevor went for a big body splash in the corner. And now DHJ, multiple clotheslines, taking the big man down.
DHJ is fired up.
And the strength clearly showing it too. And there's the third knee right to the back of Trevor. When you get fired up, you show your untapped strength. And DHJ with a cover and a kick out of two by Trevor.
Surprising that he did kick out of that.
Well, DHJ is doing what he should be with a big man like that. You should be on him to no end. And what a clothesline! Just about knocked his head off. Cover, and Hunter saving the matchup. That, if he didn't do that, that would have been a 3 count for sure. And DHJ now measuring Trevor, and another wicked clothesline. Cover again.
Gotta be it.
Oh, and he didn't. Trevor just barely got saved. Jenkins now
By the
going
skin of his hair.
Oh yes, indeed. There's a power bomb to Hunter from Jenkins after Hunter just took down DHJ. And now both men are now just about getting right back up. And now Trevor going for it. Here it is. Oh my God, the blood's gotta be going to the head of him. And now look at this. Oh, I wonder if Trevor was trying to go for knuckle sandwich or something. I don't know what he was trying to go for there.
Capitalize off of that double underhook delayed suplex.
Yeah, he had to. There's a tag to Jenkins. DHJ actually being a bit smart here because. Uh-oh. Oh, tag team. Double kicks to each side of his body. And there's a big splash from Jenkins as a cover. Kick out of two by Trevor. I can understand if you... Oh, and Jenkins just in the corner of his eye just leveled Hunter. Jesus.
And that is why they're the tag team champions right now.
And Jenkins looked like he was going after Hunter again, but he decided against it, going back to focus on Trevor. Oh, you gotta be kidding me! A deadlift powerbomb on a 400-pound man!
What strength that man needs to have to do that!
Oh my God, you've gotta be kidding me! Season 2 already starting with a bang with this tag team matchup. And my God, the strength of both sides of the ring clearly showed it, especially with Kaiju and Jenkins trying to go for something. Trevor kneed him in the face. And now Trevor with a Beal throw.
Match has been back and forth this entire time.
Oh man, it has. I can't lie with you there. Both teams are clearly showing why they want to win this match. The family want to win because that would get them one step closer to a potential tag team title match. Kaiju wants to win because this is their first match as tag team champions. And to lose it, well, let's be honest here, it would not end well for them and nobody would let them live it down.
Now it is. Now it's going to be if they don't. I guess this match is making up for the lost time that the Drunkard Jimmy Open Challenge is going to give us. Because this match is going on forever.
Oh yeah, it is.
Forever, then you haven't seen nothing yet.
Oh, and DHJ now going for rights and lefts on Hunter. And now
Very brawler-esque. I know he learned a lot of that in jail.
Yeah, man, he's going right after the head of Hunter. I don't know if he's trying to bust him open or get him a concussion, and perhaps both a concussion and busting him wide open. But in the end, Hunter back in there, and a big boot to the face of DHJ.
Honestly, I think the only thing that can stop this match is by referee stoppage, because these men are not going down.
They're not going down without a big-ass motherfucking fight. You gotta legitimately try to knock their asses out to get the victory. Hunter now, though, measuring DHJ. Oh, what the what the hell was that? Cover. Oh, Jenkins literally just stood there up until the 2 count, then he breaks it up. That's hilarious. Oh, Hunter should have seen that coming. He was literally right next to the other side of the ring. Good Lord. Hunter now, what the hell is he doing?
Whatever they're doing, they gotta capitalize while Jenkins is down.
Oh yeah, that is indeed the case here. Tags into Trevor, and that's actually a good way of trying to get something going here. With the bigger man trying to take out the smaller man. Jenkins now getting back up on the apron now, just a moment ago. Oh man, these shots from DHJ.
He's probably gonna try for that referee stoppage.
Oh my God, 400 pounds! Razor's Edge, oh my God! That's a big amount of strength for you, and how the hell did he kick out of that, for real?
Insanity.
He is not human. The family are not human. They have had everything thrown at them, and they have kicked out of every fucking move thrown in their face, and they are still kicking out.
What a way to start off the first season of Apex.
Oh, dude, this has got to be the longest match we have ever had, tag team or not. Oh my God, these two are just taking it. Oh my God, these two teams. They have, it's like what I said earlier, they both have something to fight for. And Hunter looking to finish it. Cover. And it's over. The family are victorious.
Oh my goodness.
And actually something I didn't notice, but it looked like as that move was about to land, it looked like Trevor actually just went and just plowed right through DHJ as Jay was trying to go for the
Here
save.
are your winners, Hunter Brown and Trevor Brown.
Well, the family are victorious in their first tag team match in Apex, already bringing them 2 steps closer. 1 step for winning the match and 1 other step because it was against the tag team champions in a non-title match, already signifying that they are potentially ready for a title match in the possible near future.
We'll just have to wait and see what IGPW Apex management says about this tag team going forward.
And yeah, that's going to be interesting to see what happens. But now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our women's division match. It is Kendall Rose taking on the debuting Cassidy Blake. In case you may not know about them, I highly suggest you watch Grand Prix Wrestling because they're both on that show. And it's, just watch GPW in general. You got all kinds of crazy shit going on there. But here, we still got some crazy shit. We just went through a fucking crazy ass tag team match just now.
Yes, Kendall Rose and Cassidy Blake. This is Apex debuts all over tonight, and we're just going to have to see where this takes both of these women.
And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's begin.
Making her way to the ring, from Dayton, Ohio, Kendall Rose.
Oh, Kendall Rose. This has been a long time coming. Lee Anderson once said in an interview some time ago, he even told me out of a list of women he would have wanted to have signed in Apex Wrestling, Kendall Rose was one of them, and he even listed her accomplishments, and if what I'm saying is correct, I think you have at least a number of her accomplishments there on your notepad.
I do. Honestly, if I had to say, like, if there was a face of the women's division in CAW in general, I would say it's Kendall, with her list of accomplishments all over wherever she goes, and currently still doing as well, being the CWA Women's Vortex Champion and the GPW Women's European Champion. Now, those aren't Women's World Champions, and hopefully she gets that opportunity at our Women's World Champion, but we're going to have to wait and see if she overcomes this Cassidy Blake, another GPW standout, looking to make an impact in Apex.
Yep. Pretty much summed everything up right there. Cassidy Blake looking to be a shooting star in the women's division of the community, and she's taken on what many would consider a legend in the community, regardless of her past, regardless of how you view her in the with her past experiences, whatever they may be. She is considered a legend, one of the many legendary women wrestlers in the community, and it, as you just mentioned on her accomplishments, it clearly shows.
Yeah, and you can see by right now just taking Cassidy Blake to wrestling school, just throwing her around with all her might.
See, the funny part is with Kendall, she has speed and a good amount of strength in her. Cassidy looks to be all about strength. We'll see more of what she does here in this ring. But one thing's for certain, as I always say, don't count your opponent out. Regardless of how they may look, they might actually kick your ass if you judge them to the point to where you think, oh, I'll kick her ass right now. And then it turns out to be the exact opposite. That's happened many a time, and who knows, it might happen here tonight.
You can't count out Kendall's technique, though. I would say she has one of the best forms in all of women's wrestling today. Just doing everything precisely as she wants in the best and most efficient way possible.
You know, there's a cover by Kendall and a kick out by Cassidy Blake. Oh, and a nice kick by Rose. Kendall, the one thing we all gotta agree on is the fact that Kendall Rose, win or lose, she knows how to put on a goddamn match to the point to where it looks like she even tries to let her opponent get in a few lifts before she finally ends it. And speaking of which, Kendall measuring Cassidy with all this combination, going for the cover already. Kick out of 2 by Blake. But you see, it's things like that. She wants to try to get her opponent to get some licks on her, but at the same time, she doesn't want them to get too much of a hit on her, because that would possibly result in a loss on her record, something that no wrestler at all, understandably, would not want in their resume.
It's like a carnivore playing with his meat before he finishes it off.
Oh man, to deal with that knee right in the back of Cassidy's neck. And there's a kick out of 1. I'm surprised she ain't getting the 2. I'm surprised Kendall ain't getting the 2 count yet. But in the meantime, Kendall going for an inverted STO, I believe that is actually the technological term for that move.
Driver.
Snapmare driver, okay. In any case, Kendall now, she's got Cassidy Blake, and a kick right to the side of the face.
Gotta be it.
Oh, she ain't done yet though. Kendall now, DDT! Goes
Like
for
I said,
the cover.
a carnivore just playing with her meat.
Well, that time the meat actually had some help from the ropes in that case, as a rope break was called by the referee. And the referee, single leg Boston Crab. Kendall Rose just got out of it. And now Kendall measuring Cassidy Blake, looking to end her right here, right now, with the combination that she has put away so many women with. And now she's going for it. She just went for it for a second time, going for a cover. And just like that, Kendall Rose is victorious.
Put her away. Precise.
Kendall Rose getting the victory here tonight. A very not so squash match not a squash match victory. I mean, Cassidy did try to get some sort of offense going, but Kendall Rose just took it right straight to her as she looks dejected as she walks backstage. Does Cassidy Blake?
I mean, if I was in her shoes, I wouldn't look so down, because that is Kendall Rose. That is one of the best going right now. Like, I know she would have loved to win that match, but it just wasn't her night tonight.
Hey, not everybody has their best match, but ladies and gentlemen, speaking of how much of a crazy tag team match we had before, this might be an interesting tag team match right here as the Horsemen take on Baltimore's Finest in a tag team matchup. This might get interesting.
Yep, with the debut of the Horsemen, I believe, of just any call promotion in general, looking to make an impact. start accounting for my impact. Against quite an established tag team in Baltimore's finest. Both men having quite accomplished singles records, but always look to conquer the tag division in any promotion they see fit.
That has been true. Both teams have looked to try to make. Well, the Horsemen are a new tag team to come into Apex Wrestling for season 2, and they are looking to potentially continually make a name for themselves in Apex Wrestling. And considering how we got some pretty big man tag teams, it would not surprise me if this match goes just as crazy, if not crazier, than the last tag team match we had earlier tonight.
Well, from what I know of the Horsemen, which is not as much, which is a lot for how new they are, they can definitely bring a barn burner of a match to our screens right now, especially against quite an established tag team as Baltimore's finest.
Yeah, Baltimore's finest. Even though they haven't been that successful in Apex, they have been pretty successful outside of Apex with both in tag team and singles action. Especially Brandon Ace, as he is currently the GPW Cruiserweight Champion and the most hated one at that. Honest to God truth. But we'll see what he can do against Brandon K and Arn Austin as they take on Brandon Ace and Michael Carter. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's begin.
Introducing first, from Birmingham, England, weighing in at 242 pounds, Brandon K.
Oh, Brandon K. Well, technically speaking, Lee Anderson has said just for this night only, any new tag teams will be coming out by themselves, but just for the first night only, because he wants to see what the crowd's like, what the crowd thinks of them. And knowing the Horsemen, they might actually, the crowd, a number of the crowd is standing up, some are just like,
well, with the Horsemen, it's not all about the glitz and glamour. It is all about when they get in that ring, they physically and mentally dissect their opponents.
I take it you did your homework on them before this match happened?
Of course I did. Brandon K, I know a lot about, surprisingly. Grew up as kind of a skater kid, but did grow out of that phase and just started loving the art of professional wrestling. Met up with this man, Arn Austin, and said, we're going to make an impact in CAW, one way or another. No matter who's in our way, we're going to dismantle anyone in our way and enjoy as much gold as we can.
And his partner, from Birmingham, England, weighing in at 255 pounds, Arn Austin.
Arn Austin, the other half of the Horsemen, looking to see what they can do against one of CAW's more controversial tag teams. And I honestly say they are controversial because they have the mindset of doing what needs to be done. They are not afraid to bend the rules as long as it goes in their favor. And I understand that with villainous tag team wrestlers or wrestlers in general. That's how it usually is. But at the same time, sometimes you don't want to overdo that type of bending the rules crap because it might bounce back right in your face.
Yeah, it's just all about getting that done in the ring, and sometimes people think they have to go above and beyond and break a little bit of the rules. But if you get caught breaking those rules, you end up not winning the match overall. You don't get that boost in morale, and you don't get that boost in the rankings in the Apex management's eyes.
Yep, that's the one thing the Apex gentlemen, these wrestlers may think that the general managers and the chair and not the chairman, the owner are not watching these matches, but oh yes they are. Just because we're commentating does not mean we're the only ones in this arena watching this match unfold.
Yep, I know personally that all of Apex management gathers up backstage, even for shows that they are not a part of, and they dissect everything accordingly, know what needs to be done aftermath-wise, and what will get done.
And their opponents, first, from Baltimore, Maryland, weighing in
So just new
at
tag teams, huh?
19 pounds, Brandon Ace.
I don't know what Lee was thinking with this one. I don't know how. He must have forgotten about these guys considering their win-loss record from last season. I don't know. I can't come up with anything.
That was last season, this is this season though, and they are here to make an impact. They are here to climb up the tag division by proving themselves against these unknown names and moving on to more well-known names to get ahead in the Apex Tag Team division and get to that tag team title match with Kaiju.
And let's be honest here comes the better half of the Baltimore's finest.
Wow.
Brandon's gonna be tripping when he hears that part. Here comes Michael Carter. Here, oh my goodness, look at the size of that man. No matter how many times I see this dude, his size is very...
The Beast, Michael Carter.
No, I don't know about you, but no matter how many times I see a big man, it's always a shock to see how big these men are compared to how big they might look behind the screen.
Just gotta love that beef.
Oh,
and
God.
another thing about Baltimore's finest, they're one of the really only established tag teams in Apex that really doesn't have anything going right now. Like, we have Kaiju, we had Mutual Assured Destruction, we had Lance Romance with his budding tag teams, all going for the tag team champions, and we had Fallen Kingdom. They're still currently holding the tag team briefcases, which they can cash in at any time. Just a matter of time before they do. But Baltimore's finest, they have yet to really grasp onto something in Apex. And tonight, maybe it is. Maybe it's time for them to grasp onto that.
Well,
by picking up a victory against these new guys.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. That's basically the gist of the professional wrestling business. You just gotta do what you gotta do, and in the meantime, look at us, dude. Michael Carter, I believe, is actually the biggest man out of all four men when it comes to the size and weight of each person. As Brandon Ace Smart is going smart, he's going to be the first guy out. He's going to let Michael Carter go in the corner, so that way when the need really arises, Brandon Ace can tag in Michael Carter and get the fresh big man in the ring to do some big damage.
Yeah, nothing's scarier than a fresh big man and two tired men going after him.
Well, Brandon Ace just trying to go for the last chancery, but Kay just managed to get out of it. And again, oh my God, Anaconda Vice now. Brandon Ace trying to be a submission specialist, I'm guessing. He's trying to end the match relatively very quickly.
He's trying to out-Brandon him.
Yep, Brandon Ace trying to out-Brandon K. Yeah, that's going to be a counter of its own right there. Jesus.
It counters.
But in the meantime, Ace going, just not letting up on Kay, and that's a smart thing to do. You don't want to give your opponent a chance to breathe no matter what. And
Gotta
Brandon
isolate
Ace,
one of them.
wait, are you kidding? What the fuck? Brandon Ace already going for something here. Oh! Kay counted him. Ace already relatively quickly went for trying to go for the punt kick. An inverted suplex to Brandon Kay by Michael Carter. And I'm surprised Ace would even go for that punt kick relatively quickly. That's not a smart thing to do. You don't ever want to go with your finisher quickly because your opponent is still fresh and he'll 9 out of 10 chances get out of that relatively quickly before you could even try to get that going. And there's a 5 count by the ref. Oh, European uppercut.
No,
Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, no, tell me this match ain't gonna end in a count out. Oh, come on! This match really is gonna end in a count out. Come on! Are you kidding me? They literally took a page out of Baltimore Finest playbook and won the match by count out. What the hell?
I guess Brandon Kay was very desperate. Looked that Brandon Ace had way too much of an advantage and just tried to capitalize as quickly as possible. I mean, it's gonna go down in the history books that the Horsemen have won their first ever match in Apex Wrestling.
Oh, wait a minute. Ace having a microphone. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Apparently the microphone doesn't work. It's coming over here. What? You want a rematch? What?
I don't know.
Should we give a rematch right now? Or wait till...
We're not in charge of the show, pal.
How about this? How about this? We'll talk with Lee Anderson, but how about this? Next week, you and them, no count out. We'll talk to Lee and see what he says about this. We'll talk with Riley, Lee, and Cashman and see what they think about this. How about that? Next week, you two, no count out match. How about that? Okay?
Yeah, because I think that's all we can do right now. We got No Cashman, who is the general manager, who is the only person that can sanction a rematch right then and there. With Lee Anderson giving up the general manager spots to these men, they have to do day-to-day operations now. He just has to sit back and watch.
Yep, even if Baltimore's Finest do not like it, they have to get their asses back in the backstage area and just hope that the general managers and owner go with this rematch for next week. But that's for later. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, TAMURA versus Austin Collins. 2 men who have been on the hunt for their 2 respective belts. And the funny part is, TAMURA actually won a number 1 contenders match for the World Championship at Chase for the Gold. In the meantime, Austin Collins is continuously looking to getting a shot at the Intercontinental Championship, currently held by Blake Adams. So we'll see what happens there with that regard. But let's see how this match goes on. I'm really excited for this match.
Austin Collins, not even the first time he has competed tonight. Competing earlier in the night at Asylum Pro and winning the Asylum Pro World's Champion. Who knows? Maybe with that accomplishment, he might want to switch up things and go for our Apex World Champion. But we'll see if he takes anything from our current number 1 contender, TAMURA,
Hey!
And see where it goes.
Hey! What the fuck, man? Apparently you didn't notice that, but apparently... Oh, fuck off. Get the fuck out of here. They're being a bunch of little babies. Typical Baltimore's finest when they lose a damn match, apparently. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin.
Let's.
Making his way to the ring from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 217 pounds, the Dragon, Tammy Race.
Well, TAMURA, this man was a very successful wrestler in Season 1 of Apex Wrestling, being one of the longer reigning champions in Apex Wrestling, holding the Intercontinental Championship up until he lost it to Kurt Carter at Apex Wrestling Monopoly, and ever since then he's managed to make a comeback to the point where he is now the #1 contender for the Apex World Championship, currently held by the rookie Matt Matthews.
Yep, TAMURA had some ups, had some downs in Season 1, but he did end in quite a successful way, and he's looking to begin Season 2 in a good way as well, by picking up this #1 contendership and beating Austin Collins.
Oh, and Austin with a new look on him. Not only...
And his opponent, from Palm Springs, Florida, weighing in at 210 pounds, Austin Collins.
Austin actually changing his look up ever since the last time we've seen him.
Yeah, looking a lot like his father, Riley Wolf.
Man, Austin Collins, not only did he tie his hair back into a I don't even know what that type of pony pig, whatever the fuck tail is that.
It's a bun.
Okay, I was thinking of that, but I didn't want to fuck myself up. Not only does he have a bun, not only does he have his hair tied in a bun, he also grew some facial hair too, so I guess this is him showing his very new side after the hell he has given the Apex roster ever since he, basically went full on bad guy. And now look at these two, Austin Collins wanting to shake hands with TAMURA. Oh! Oh, TAMURA not liking the fact that Austin Collins just juked him.
That's Austin Collins for you.
He went from being a man that would respect you to a man who don't give two fucks about you. Like, he may have not have given a fuck about anybody before, but he definitely shows it now. And look at this, Collins now doing all kinds of, taking the cheap shot way, and that's honestly how he's actually been as successful he has been in Apex Wrestling. TAMURA, of course, with his code of honor, does not stoop to that level.
Yeah, well, Austin Collins learned a lot from his father, Riley Wolf, in just how much of a very awful person he can be. Riley kind of changing his ways now, but Collins kind of just veering on this path of just assholery.
Well, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. A submission hold by Austin Collins.
TAMURA Saturn.
Yeah, the rings are Saturn by Collins, but TAMURA counters it. Or gets out of it. There's a slap right in the face. DDT counter by Collins. And there's a jawjacker counter by TAMURA, who gives him a nice double stomps. An elevated double stomps, and now TAMURA, I swear to God, no matter how many times I see this man, he may be small, but dude, he can hit very, very hard. You gotta be very careful with TAMURA, because that dude, knowing Japanese wrestlers or wrestlers who have wrestled in either Japan or in the UK, they are known for their hard-hitting style of wrestling. You gotta, if you really want to make it big in this business, you gotta go to that area and see if you can survive all that.
Or train with the Amazing Red, from what I've heard from Riley.
That too. And it wouldn't even surprise me if even wrestlers coming out that decide to train in America decide to give their students the hard style of wrestling that they themselves went through. And there's a nice German suplex by Collins.
I mean, if you look at Riley Wolf, he's never left the country, and he can break your arm in many ways.
That wouldn't surprise me. I mean, the dude is just hella crazy. Oh! Damn, what a kick by Collins! Just took out Tamura, but a kick out of two. Tamura is still in it, but Collins now measuring him.
Speaking of crazy, what a crazy move by the son of Riley Wolf, Austin Collins.
Oh, go to sleep. Good night, Bessie. Going for the cover, and still Tamura just woke up from his nap.
He's got to be rocked after that, though.
I mean,
knee to the temple, that's got to get you rocked.
Knee to the temple, how about that kick right in the head that he did just before that knee Austin Collins now. A fisherman suplex. Trying to go for the cover, but I think the ref thought there was a rope right there, so he told Austin Collins to break up the pin.
I don't know. I saw Collins' expression. He was like, "I don't need that cover yet," but he's definitely regretting it now.
Well, even if he did go for it, I think he actually would have gotten a rope right there. A pretty close call right there, actually. Either way, and again with the submission holds. Collins going right back to square one with the submission holds. And counters Tamura. Ducks underneath this clothesline. Brings him back up and just takes him back down. Throat first on the top rope. And look at Collins. Dirt pin. A dirty pin, but Tamura just got out of it within the first count. And now Tamura, oh my God, making Collins pay for it.
Yep. Collins couldn't get all that dirty pin, and he paid for it.
Exactly, and the knee. A knee right on the side of the head, possibly a punt kick, if you want to call it that. And now Tamura going for the move. Knee right on the back, right on the top of the head, covered. And Tamura, the number one contender, is victorious.
Keeping on that success train, that's just going to keep on going.
Oh man, that was that for the match that it was. That was actually a pretty nice back and forth matchup. Both men gave each other all kinds of hellacious moves, and Collins actually trying to go for some dirty tactics, but Tamura basically overcame every single one of them and got the victory here tonight.
It's just a matter of time till we see Tamura in that title match, and when it happens, just gonna have to wait and see if he's gonna be able to pick up the victory.
Yeah, well, the funny part is Matthews and Tamura actually did face off against each other during the Chase for the Gold tournament, with Matthews getting the victory there. So in essence, this title match is actually a rematch from that tournament, with Tamura looking to gain some vengeance on Matt Matthews there. So we'll see what happens there, but for right now, Tamura's got something to celebrate tonight.
Well, if you're thinking about it, the Chase for the Gold was a grueling weekly tournament that had you going every single night that you could. The title matches, both men are going to be well rested. It's going to be both men at 100%. So we're going to be able to see if Tamura's got what it takes to beat Matthews.
That is actually true. Very, very good point right there. But in the end, ladies and gentlemen, that has been a very good matchup. Not the end of the show. We still got a few matches left. And speaking of the last two matches, coming up next
Your
is
penultimate match.
it is our second women's division match and basically the main event of the women's division for tonight. Kairi Riley, now Kairi Cyanide, I know, don't go tripping at me, taking on the new Apex Women's Champion, Olga Snow, who won the belt in a multi-woman match to become the women's
It did
champion.
include Kairi in there, so we're going to see a trimmed down version of that match tonight on Warzone.
That's why I still cannot take Kairi seriously. She. Anyway, let's get started before I start running my mouth and then regret it later. Let's just get on with the match.
Making her way to the ring from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Kairi Riley.
Well, Kairi, former Riley, now Cyanide. She is now looking in a very colorful, what the fuck? A very colorful personality here. I mean, good lord, I mean, just look at her. I mean, you don't need me to even explain it to you.
Yep, it's just how it be. That's just how Kairi is. She has her dark times, but in the end, she got bubbly innard. And that bubbly innard's coming out right now.
But hopefully she turns that bubbly into seriously, because she's taken on a very serious woman. A woman that has been so dominant throughout during her time in Season 1. And look at her with that new Apex
And
Women's
her
Championship.
From Elysian Fields,
Beautiful.
the All-Star Women's Champion, Olivia Snow.
Olga Snow been a hellish. She wasn't shown that much in Season 1. But look, and she's actually got the Ring of Valiance on her shirt. We are all, even though some companies don't like it, when you bring up other outside companies, we here at Apex Wrestling allow, Lee Anderson has allowed it to be a thing where you can actually talk about your wrestling promotion, because he just likes bringing out all kinds of things about the other promotions, which is why he is yet to even go off on us. Well, me, whenever I talk about Grand Prix Wrestling or NXW for that matter.
Yep, it's all about cross-promoting and showing that everywhere shows the best kind of wrestling. Not just one company has a monopoly. We're all here for good wrestling. And good wrestling is what we're seeing right now.
Yeah, we've been seeing some pretty damn good wrestling matches here tonight. And Kairi's actually a little over her head right now. She's actually got Olga in the corner. She's got to do what she just did there. She's got to play a little bit dirty to get Olga, but at the same time, you play too dirty and Olga might just kick her head off. DDT by Kairi.
Olga definitely can. Look at the size difference between the two.
Oh, hell yeah. That's got to be the biggest size difference I've seen ever since seeing any 7-foot tall person going in the ring with a goddamn cruiserweight.
Yep. But size doesn't always mean something. If we look at some upset victories, we see TK and TAMURA. Those two, TK's got to bend fully down to see TAMURA, but TAMURA has beaten him, has beaten TK every single time. Kairi has not beaten Olga every single time, but she's looking to gain this victory right now to get an opportunity at that women's champion eventually.
It's going back to what I said. Kairi's got to play a bit serious. She may have a very bubbly appearance as far as her attire goes, but she has to play seriously, because when you're in the ring with Olga Snow, she does not want to be. She does not come out here to play. She comes out here to win every single time.
Yep, and across season 1, she was not very good at getting the job done on the biggest stage. She would choke every time. Once season 2 started, a fire lit inside her, and that's how she got Apex Women's Champion at the start of season 2.
Oh yes, I remember that. It has been, oh my god, Kairi just trying to do some sort of punches, all kinds of punches to Olga. Olga now throwing her back in the ring. And now Olga, this is the one thing Kairi does not want, and that is to have Olga gain control of this matchup in any way, shape, or form. Because, like I said before, Kairi is a small woman in this matchup. You let the big woman gain the advantage, and submission hold applied. Kairi, though, gets out of it. After a couple of shots, Kairi, Olga trying to go for an elbow, I think. Kairi, oh my god! Canadian Destroyer. That was not the Canadian Destroyer, was it?
No, it was.
Yeah, I mean, like, he still got it wrong, and you're on the right track, but you still got that fucking move wrong.
If she landed on her rear, it would be a code red.
Ah, okay. Yeah, actually had me thinking that, oh crap, did I get it wrong? Again, as I'm known for that. Oh! Middle rope sling blade by Kairi.
Quite impressive by the little one.
And Kairi actually surprisingly taking it to Olga, not saying that going for the cover already, and a quick on it one by Olga. Yeah, it's going to take more than springboard moves to get her down. And a clothesline, and a wicked one at that by Olga, sends Kairi right down to the mat, nearly decapitating her. But Kairi's still in it with that Death Valley driver. On a, man, 4 knees and another one, just because she can. And now
it's all about to bring Olga down. That's what it's all about.
Oh man, Kairi actually going toward the same. I'm thinking she's looking like she's going to the same place that Olga goes to whenever she's in a serious trouble. And does I say that, Olga just counters her into a nice arm drag. And now Olga. Oh no! Oh, power bomb right on the top turnbuckle.
She's gotta be concussed after that.
Damn near took the turnbuckle, or at least the ropes with her. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
And now Olga not going for the black ice like I initially thought she was going to. She went for the knee right to the gut. And stomping on the face, goes for the cover. Oh, a quick out at one by Kairi. I'm surprised Kairi could kick out of one after all that. She just went through a fucking power bomb on the turnbuckle from Olga. You should get at least a 2 count after that.
Kairi's a whole nother beast.
Fucking rope getting caught on Kairi like that. Come on, man.
She enjoys the rope looking. What can we say?
Oh man, and Kairi just taking it to Olga's face right there. And now Kairi measuring Olga. Gonna go for a cutter. Olga though counters her. Gets her just barely with a clothesline. And now Olga's going for the move that has taken out many a women when it comes to one-on-one matches, the Black Ice.
It's got to be it.
I agree, that has got to be it. Cover. And it's over just like that.
Even if you're Kairi in this situation, you can't be mad at a match like that. Such a back-and-forth competition. And hell, it's Olga. Not many people even survive, let alone get the victory against her. So, a valiant effort by Kairi, but you just can't mess with Olga like that. She is a whole nother beast. And Kairi's going to have to do a lot to get where Olga is right now.
Yeah, but right now, Kairi should be happy with the fact that she actually tried her best against Olga. And not very many people can even land a good amount of offense against this woman.
Yep, the fact that in such a David versus Goliath situation, that she brought Goliath down plenty of times, not down fully, but got her down, should be a victory enough in her eyes.
Yeah, but for right now, Olga gets the victory here tonight, as she looks to maintain not only her dominant ways, but also looks to keep that Apex Women's title around her waist, no matter who the opponent is. And we'll see what happens here for Season 2, as Olga's going to be the starting champion for the singles women's division.
Yep, but now it is time for our main event.
Yes, indeed, it is time for Mike Benoit to take on Jaden Shadow, a new wrestler taking on a well-established one. What are you laughing at?
Don't worry about it. Yes, Mike Benoit, the nephew of Chris Benoit, debuted at the Chase for the Gold in the Battle Royal, taking Yuri Kato's place in that Battle Royal. Not getting ahead, and neither did Jaden, but they're in the main event tonight. They're looking to prove themselves, looking to eventually get their hands on that world title, or maybe even some future titles that are coming along Warzone very soon. We're just going to have to wait and see as this match goes forward.
And Mike Benoit, since he was a relative of Chris Benoit, it would not surprise me, and seeing how he was showing it during Chase for the Gold, it would not surprise me if he decided to pay a little bit of tribute to the character that was Chris Benoit and use that as his own.
Yep, that deadly crippler crossface. Or will Jaden surprise everyone and go for that awful spear to take out Mike Benoit?
Only you would say that.
I'm an impartial commentator. Don't you say that about me.
If you were so impartial, then you can't say the spear that we saw earlier was the best damn spear of all time and call Jaden's the worst.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Mike Benoit, here he is.
From Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 220 pounds, Mike Benoit.
Well, Mike Benoit looking to keep going with his family's legacy. Aside from that particular moment, which we're not going to discuss, I'm talking about in the ring. Let's see if he can maintain that legacy that his family has had for some time now.
Yep, as he takes on the unborn Jaden Shadow. I mean, reborn Jaden Shadow.
He calls himself impartial, but yet I'm sensing a dislike toward Jaden Shadow for some reason.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I am an impartial color commentator. That it calls it how it is, gives their their opinions in an impartial way about both competitors in said match. And here comes Jaden Shadow.
Jaden,
a man that has had many accomplishments, none that I see as actually legitimate, but here he is.
Well, yeah, he is right. Jaden Shadow is here tonight and ready to get things started with the first episode of Warzone for Season 2.
From Sacramento, California, weighing in at 220 pounds, Jaden the Samoan.
The only thing about Jaden Shadow that some people may not like about him is the fact that almost every company he is basically in almost every company in the community as far as this side of the coin goes. And since how the bottom left corner is telling you which side I'm talking about, yeah, you should know which fucking version I'm playing, and I'd be surprised if you didn't. But in any case, 30 show, god damn.
He's a little whore.
I'm not even gonna comment on that. Let's move on. Jaden Shadow
Onward!
Jaden Shadow versus
Onward!
Jaden Shadow versus Mike Benoit. We got a family, a man from a family taking on a man who is basically known throughout the known community as the most overhyped man that just loves to try to get reactions out of people. Unless we're talking about Bullet Adams.
Whoa, where's your impartiality?
It's not impartial. He literally shows it.
Onward, Lion!
It's not being impartial when I've seen it with my own two eyes. I have my sources too, you know. Just like how you got that damn piece of paper, I got my own damn phone telling me what he does or doesn't do. Alongside Mike Benoit.
As Jaden Shadow pretty much dominating this entire match. The first time we have ever mentioned this match.
Yes, exactly. Well, the match just started, so Mike Benoit now going for a nice suplex on Shadow. Shadow actually, I don't want to say he's overselling it, but he legitimately looks like he oversold that fucking suplex. But I'm not one to judge. Let him do whatever the fuck he wants, as long as he doesn't.
Yeah, you get in that ring and say you oversold.
I would oversell that shit because, for fuck's sake, for me that would hurt like hell.
Exactly.
Not, maybe for you. You maybe. I don't know about you. But for me it would hurt like hell because I'm not like those guys. I'm not muscular and depending on who we're talking about here, roided up.
Accusations coming from you! Whoa! Look at all these accusations. I hope Lee Anderson is listening to this.
Hey, I'm not listing any names here. I'm just saying there's some people that legitimately look like they've been roided up. There's some people there are a number of muscle-bound men that actually look like it is pure muscle, but there are others that do look like they decided to roid up.
So,
Covered.
Wow, such impartial.
Boy, you were impartial nearly the whole time. What the fuck are you talking about?
I am impartial.
But yeah, you want it.
You claiming that Lance does roids? Wow.
I did not. Okay, I did not say Lance by name, Dick. Change his name from Tony to Dick. Come on. I don't know why I just said that in trying to say that in an Irish or Italian accent. I don't even know. But anyway, back to the match. Mike Benoit. Submission hold on Jaden Shadow.
Yep, even though he's not really getting all of it looks like.
Benoit with a nice uppercut. No, that was, I don't know, either way, Jaden hitting him with a nice move with a kip up at that. Jaden now looking to try to make this rookie his bitch. But I don't know if he will.
Jaden trying to make an impact, trying to haze the young boys.
Cover. Oh, kick out at 2.5.
It's gonna have to take a lot more than that to keep Mike Benoit down.
Jaden going for the move that we all know, and there's the spear.
Eh.
And you call yourself impartial.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Kick out at for a guy, I swear to God, he's starting to be a heel right now, this dude over here beside me. He needs to quit that.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I am an impartial color commentator. Calls it right down the middle.
Yeah, you Michael Cole wannabe.
Oh my! Vintage for the love of mankind!
Mike Benoit now with a nice suplex on Jaden's Shadow. Wait, we got a Range Rover? What the fuck? I don't think he's got. I didn't know he had a Range Rover. I thought he had something else.
Nah,
but okay.
I'm pretty sure I saw Psyduck come in that.
Then it must be Psyduck's car.
I came in with Riley. We saw Psyduck come out of that Range Rover.
And then that must be Psyduck's car because he didn't say anything about me. Uh-oh.
Oh, sharpshooter.
He went for the sharpshooter. Jaden again with
I
a counter
see.
there. Oh, and Jaden just slapped Mike Benoit. Are you crazy? Do you want to? Oh my God, he wants to die. Running knee strike. Jaden's Shadow with the running knee strike on Mike Benoit. Shadow now measuring Benoit, and again with a spear at point blank range. Going for the cover. And Jaden's Shadow gets the victory.
A victory against a rookie. Good for you, Jaden.
Jaden's Shadow. I hope he's happy because he just beat a rookie. But
wow.
the only question.
Impartial play-by-play commentator.
Oh, don't even. You have legitimately been what I just been like this last match. Nearly the whole night.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
He would say that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, while Jaden's Shadow is continually celebrating in the ring, that is going to do it for us here tonight in the TAMURA Center in Alamogordo, New Mexico. I'm Forrest Walpole, commentator for Apex Wrestling. He is Tony Sparacio.
There you go.
Thank you. Signing off.